show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Top of the morning, Raider Nation. Happy Thursday to everybody out there, man. I appreciate y'all once again for pulling up on your boy for another episode of Raiders Sunrise Live with yours truly, Lunatik Raider, right here on Raiders Allegiance. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Thank y'all for pulling up. As you know, by the thumbnail, today we're going to be playing the case for Michael Penix Jr. Since we're getting close to the draft, every week we're going to get into some prospects. May not be my selection, but it's going to be part of the nation, what they feel the Raiders should do. So I've been listening. I'm going to go break down each one, pros and cons, and we're going to look at it as far as the value of that player at the 13th spot in the draft right now. Yesterday, we talked about should the Raiders move back if we have a collective of players there at 13 that we all consider like either any one of them is we're okay with at 13. So I'm like, well, if that's the case, if we got a log jam of players at 13 that we might feel are all equal in value, why not trade back and still get one of them and get extra picks? So that was yesterday's discussion. Today we're just going to dive into individual players. The player today, like once again, is Michael Penix Jr. We're going to talk about him, his pros, his cons, his background, his college career, the things that concern me, the things that don't. We're going to check out his combine workout, and we're going to do all that good shit. So with that being said, man, shout out to the world's most dangerous chat. Appreciate each and every one of y'all for pulling up. Gotta give y'all love, man. For real. We got Mike G in the building, man. Salute to you, my brother. Top of the AM. Yes, indeed. Ilya in the building. Salute. The mod with the most. NorCal Raider Jesse in the building, man. Salute to you, my brother. For real. Yes, indeed. Who else we got? We got Alex S in the building. Salute to you. Buenos dias. Gotcha, man. That's right. Buenos dias, nation. Salute right back at you, my brother. For real. Alfredo, the boss with the sauce, man. Yes, indeed. Samaj Walker in the building, man. A.K.A. P. Steve in the building. Top of the morning, man. For real. Graham Cam, what's the deal, man? Top of the AM. Thank you for being here. Yes, indeed. We got Lake Show Raider in the building, man. Salute to you. Thank you for pulling up, man. For real. Alfredo in there, active, boy. Good morning to everybody. That's right. My sis Holly in the building. Good morning to you, Miss Lady. Thank you for being here. Desert Rat in the building, man. Salute. Yes, indeed. Brian Rodriguez, what's the deal, man? Salute to you, top of the AM. Yes, sir. Yeah, we in here today. Hey, this is going to be a good show today. Watch this. I'm going to do it naked. No, I'm fucking with y'all. I'm just gonna be bottomless, that's all, but y'all ain't gonna be able to see it. Shout out to Raider Syndicate in the building, man. Top of the morning, man. Good to see you, my brother. Thank you for pulling up, for real. Yes, indeed. We got Fear Raider in the building, man. Salute, man, for real. Top of the AM to all y'all, man. I hope all y'all is blessed. You and your family's doing well this morning. Sam Take in the building. Good morning to you, my brother. Tops. Yes, indeed, man. Graham Cam. I said Graham Cam, Alfredo, Holly, Sam Tanker. Yes, indeed. Keep this shit rolling, baby. Yes, and Bearded Raider in the building, man. Welcome into the mind of a lunatic. Hey, right on, bruh. Hey, for real, you already know. Tom DeLeon, what's the deal, man? Salute to you. Yes, indeed, man. Eddie Rodriguez. Yes, indeed, man. The nation is in here thicker than a Snicker. Thicker than bullseye barbecue sauce. You feel me? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Eddie Rodriguez. Yes, indeed. Who else we got in here? We got a Lost City Weeds in the building, man. Salute to you. Tops. Dirty Eric 1500 in the building, man. Salute, salute. Good to have you here, man, for real. Let me see what else we got up in this BIH. One time. You feel me? Just one time. Let me see. Make sure I don't mess no questions. After all that hype of us moving up. Gonna be highly... you know what? Don't count that us out on moving up, bruh. A lot of shit starting to come out now. The Giants are mad. You know, the Giants are at they got pick number 6. And it leaked out that they were interested in JJ McCarthy. They're mad at that. They're mad at that leaked out. Also that leak came out yesterday that the Cardinals are willing to do business to move down from number 4. So all we got to do is sit back and see how this shit plays out between 1, 2, and 3. Now, the thing is, I don't know exactly what the Vikings have their mindset on, if it's Jaden Daniels, or if it's JJ McCarthy. You know what I mean? But yeah, the rumor was the Giants want JJ. And it leaked out that they did. They're mad because now teams can jump them and get him before they can. So they're pissed off right now that shit leaked out. Hey, Giants, for your information, next time, don't say shit to nobody, bruh. Whatever your game plan is, keep that shit tucked. That's what the fuck you get. What they say, loose lips sink ships. Well, bloop, bloop, bloop. Down goes that motherfucker to the bottom of the ocean. Shouldn't have ran your motherfucking mouth. You probably was pillow talking, sleeping with a cheerleader from the team that wants to jump you. That's how that shit usually always work. Can't trust them bitches, man. Hey, salute to everybody out there. Tony Shepard in the building, man. Salute, salute. Adman, what's the deal, man? What's cracking? We got a good show for y'all. We're going to talk Michael Penix today. Yes, indeed, man. We're going to try to cover all aspects. E plur Raiders unum. Salute to you, my brother. Thank you for being here. It's good to have you, man, for real. Tom Shepard is in the building, man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let me see who else we got in here. My 2 cents. What's the deal, man? Good morning to you. Top of the AM. Yeah, we're gonna get into this real quick, man. All right, I got did I get everybody? Hold on. That shit spent by quick. I'm scrolling and that shit's y'all active, bruh. Y'all frontlining it today, boy. Angelo the realist. What's the deal, man? Salute to you. Top of the AM, man. Good to have you here, man, for real. Let me see. I gotta make sure all the questions. Lunatic, have you seen? Yes, I seen that shit. That motherfucker curling that 225 like it ain't shit, and then yelled out, "Somebody's got to do it." Oh, there's a dog inside of Zeus. Zeus got a dog in him. Oh shit! I just hope it went through the mouth and not the ass, bruh. He got a dog in him, though. He let that shit be known in that gym, boy. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's why I want to see more of that. You know what I mean? Now it's his turn to be that lead running back. Be vocal. Be confident in what you can do. You know what I mean? Be a Raider. Fuck it. That's what that describes. Be a motherfucking Raider. Don't hold that shit inside, bro. Let it be known. You feel me? All right. So let's go ahead and jump into this, man. Shout out to everybody that's here. And to those that are here for the very first time, let me go ahead and run this one time for y'all, man. You feel me? Let's go. Oh, shit. Hold on real quick. Shout out to all the new people that's here. If this is your first time here, peep gang.
You're watching Raiders Sunrise Live with Lunatic Raider. If this is your first time here, please subscribe to the channel and hit that motherfucking like button, you damn son of a...
You heard him. You heard him. This is your first time here, subscribe to the channel and hit that motherfucking like button. You goddamn son of a bitch. Let's go. Yeah, I got my ass going, baby. We pushing the channel, man. We pushing the podcast, and you guys are all a part of it. Shout out to the #1 nation, the world's most dangerous chat. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all. We are, last time I checked, we are 5 subscribers away from 1,600. See how we climbing this mountain? Ain't nothing in front of us is gonna stop us. You might slow us down, but you ain't gonna stop us. We getting ready to hit 1,600, 400 away from the jersey giveaway. Tell your friends, family, anybody that's Raider fans, tell them to subscribe to the channel. You must be a subscriber when we do the giveaway. 2 custom jerseys. You get to choose home or away color, choose the name, choose the number and the size, and Lunatic got you. Lunatic got you. So with that being said, man, like I say about the nation, man, without you, there's no me, and without us, there's no nation. There's only one nation. That's the motherfucking Raider Nation. Salute to the real fan base of this NFL shit. Silver and black, baby. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about right there. Salute to y'all. Shout out to everybody on Instagram. Let me see where everybody at, man. Shout out to everybody on X, formerly Twitter, at the Raiders Allegiance page there, man. Salute to y'all, and especially you guys here on YouTube. If you guys on X and Instagram want to come partake in the chat, please come on over to YouTube. Raiders Allegiance, you know what I mean, and get down with the get down. If not, y'all can just kick back, watch the show, and do what it is that y'all do. But y'all always welcome here every weekday morning, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern, right here on Raiders Allegiance, man. Salute to y'all, man. One nation. Remember that shit. One nation. Regardless if our opinions are different, I'll be damn I let 49er fans gang up on you and try to rape you. And I'll be damned if the punk ass Charger fans try to come over there and wipe the ass on your face. I'm socking their ass out. All right. History in college, even his injury history. We're going to cover all that. So let me turn down this music because we're going to get into the nitty gritty. First thing I want to break down is you'll be able to see it. I did a little short form video of his background in college, and then also is going to also elaborate on his injuries, which I didn't know that every year, the 4 years he spent in Indiana, every year he got hurt. He got hurt every year while he was at Indiana, and you're going to see the stats, and then we're going to bring up the stats of the thing that concerns me with him. I know he's mobile, but he doesn't like being mobile. You look at the numbers, it's like, oh, this dude. Now, a couple of times he was mobile as shit, but I think these injuries. Shout out to my 2 cents, man, for subscribing, man. Shout out, bro. Hey, I appreciate you. For real, for real. That goes a long way with me, bro. Hey, you welcome here anytime, man, for real. Hit that notification bell because we do shows, not doo-doo. We do also do shows on the weekend, Friday nights, Saturday nights. It is a sketch comedy show called The Dirty Lunatic Show. Humor. We throw some Raider football out there, but it's some humor shit. Y'all gonna laugh. Puppets, characters, all that good shit. Just think of the Dave Chappelle show, but only for Raider fans. That's what we trying to do. We're bringing in all different aspects to give y'all on the weekend. You might not want to get out that weekend. Just stay home. Turn on YouTube. Turn it to Raiders Allegiance and go ahead, kick back, get you some beer and shit and laugh your ass off because we have fun with it. You feel me? And that is at 11 p.m. Pacific, 2 a.m. Eastern, Friday night as well as Saturday night. So I look forward to seeing y'all there, man, for real. So let's get into this Michael Penix thing, man. I got a whole little breakdown on him. You guys can follow along. I'm about to post it. Hold on, let me move this shit out the way. God dang. Son of a bitch. Y'all gotta remember, y'all gotta subscribe to the motherfucking channel. All right. So let me get rid of this. All right. First up, we're gonna run in depth on his college career at both Indiana as well as Washington. Washington, he didn't suffer any injuries. at all. But we can follow the timeline, and I don't know what it is that kind of did the injury kind of shake Penix from using his mobility more? He rather sits in the pocket. But you know who I heard say that yesterday? Caleb Williams said the same exact thing when he was being interviewed at the pro day. They asked him if you had to do the last drive down to win the game, what kind of plays would you call the 12 plays that you would have called? He said, he just came straight out and said, I don't like running. He said, I will if I have to, but I'd rather just sit in the pocket and throw. And that's fine. That's fine. I'm fine. And I'm thinking that's kind of the same thing. But I don't think Caleb Williams had the injury history as a Michael Penix. So sometimes those injuries can linger because there was time. Now I read about Michael Penix. He said himself that he suffered with what was it that he said he had mental health issues, because he said he would wait for guys to leave out of his dorm room and he'll just hit the ground and start crying, asking God why, why all these injuries hit him, because every year it was a shoulder, an ACL, a shoulder, another ACL. You know what I mean? So it had him down, but he persevered. So that shows character that he didn't give up and quit. You know what I mean? But we're going to get into it now. Let's get into his college career injuries and so forth, and how he fared at both Indiana and Washington. Let's go.
As a true freshman in 2018 at Indiana, Penix played in 3 games, suffered a torn anterior cruciate ligament, ACL, and was redshirted. He completed 21 of 34 passes for 219 yards and a touchdown. Named the starter entering the 2019 season, Penix, however, only played in 6 games due to injury, completing 110 of 160 passes for 1,394 yards, with 10 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Penix returned to Indiana as the starter in 2020. On November 30th, he was ruled out for the season after suffering a torn ACL in a win against Maryland. As a junior on December 14th, 2021, Penix transferred to the University of Washington and led the Huskies to an 11-2 record in 2022. Penix was the FBS leader in passing yards per game in the 2022 regular season, averaging 357 yards per game. He threw 4,641 passing yards, becoming the Washington Huskies' all-time single-season passing leader during the Alamo Bowl. He won the Maxwell Award and was named AP Comeback Player of the Year. His senior year, Penix led the 2023 Huskies to an undefeated 13-0 regular season and the 2024 College Football Playoff National Championship game, which they lost. Penix finished second in the Heisman Trophy voting, the highest ever for a Husky, and led the NCAA in passing yards with 4,903, beating his previously set University of Washington single-season passing yards record. Penix was named MVP of the Pac-12 championship game, leading UW to a win over rival number 5 Oregon, and threw for 27 for 39 for 319 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception.
And that's the rundown of Michael Penix's college career. Yeah, he suffered those injuries each year at Indiana, but once he came over to the University of Washington, the last 2 years, no injury problems whatsoever. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna bring something up real quick. We're gonna look at these stats. Oh, come on, man. All right, so let me bring this up because you just got done seeing it, but I'm gonna do a standstill of it. So let's bring it up. All right. So this is Michael Penix's total college career. Now, if you look to the far right, you see his rushing statistics that's highlighted. Now, this is the thing I told you guys. I have no issues with Michael Penix in the passing game. Damn good passer, as you can see with his stats. At Indiana, the first couple of years, like I said, but look, I don't really pay attention to Indiana because of the lack of evidence of him playing because of the injuries. Every year he played no more than 6 games in a season, while at Indiana, but once he transferred to Washington, his first year in 2022, he played in 13 games. He had 11-2 record. He had 362 completions out of 554 attempts. He had a 65.3% completion percentage. And remember, I told you, the thing that I like about these college quarterbacks, you got to look at mid 60s on up is something that's sufficient. I don't like anything that's sub 60. You know what I mean? 50% ain't getting it with me, because whatever amount of balls you throw, only half of them being caught. Now, the reasons could vary depending on, did you overthrow him? Did you underthrow him? Did the receiver have it in his hands and he dropped it? You know what I mean? So there's different variables that can add to that percentage, either being increased or decreased. But 65.3%, I'm solid with. I can rock with that. He threw for 4,641 yards his first year at Washington in 2022. He had an average of 8.4 yards per reception. He threw for 31 touchdowns with only 8 interceptions. And remember, I told you about interceptions. I want to see single digits, especially when a quarterback has a high volume of attempts. Because as you see, that first year, he had 554 attempts. You know what I mean? So just out of 554 throws, only 8 times he was intercepted. I'm rocking with that. You feel me? His rate was 151.3. Now, this is the concerning part. His rushing. Now, let's go back up to when he was at Indiana at the top, here to the top right-hand corner. You see the rushing stats highlighted. First year at Indiana, and like I said, he was impressive his sophomore year. Well, actually, he redshirted, but still would have been his sophomore year at Indiana. First year at Indiana, he ran the ball 7 times and got 45 yards with 6.4 yards average. No touchdowns. But see, that's solid, though. He's using his legs to make plays. At 6.4 yards a carry, I'll take that all day long. Second year, kind of he broke out in the rushing game as a quarterback. And you got to remember, these are games that he only played, like he played 3 games that first year. The second year, he played 6. But in those 6 games, he had 22 attempts for 119 yards with a 5.4 yards per carry average and 2 touchdowns. That's solid. Solid. But like I said, if you go down to the bottom of the chart, you see the years of what year he got injured and what the injury was. 2018, his first year in Indiana, he tore his ACL. Now, they said he bounced back so quick, it was remarkable that he came back, and he was like one of the comeback players of the year for 2019. But that same season, he suffered a dislocated SC joint in his non-throwing shoulder that same year. But that was the same year that he had 119 yards running. So I know he can be mobile. But my knock on him was, I know he has a mobility, but he doesn't use it. You know what I mean? And I'm wondering, did the injuries at Indiana kind of put it in the back of his mind that, no, I'm staying my ass in the pocket. I'm not running. I need to go watch the films of when he got hurt. I want to know, was he in the process of running the ball when he got hurt, or was it a standing in the pocket and getting hurt? But his second year, 119 yards on 22 carries. Shit, I'll take a running back getting that in a game any day. 5.4 yards a carry with 2 touchdowns. Shit, that's like a single game stat, but you got to remember, he only played in 6 games as the quarterback. Now, year 3 at Indiana, also, again, he played only in 6 games, started 6 games. He had 18 attempts with only 25 yards. So that's a big drop-off from 119 to 25 with just 4 less carries. And then look at his average, though, 1.4 yards a carry. He did score 2 touchdowns, but those are all mostly in the red zone, probably goal line and whatnot, where they're not that far away and he can get it in. Pause. The third year at Indiana, we see here, he ran the ball 18 times. Or no, I already said that one. The fourth year. Now, this is the one that really is concerning. Fourth year at Indiana, which we see as fourth year, is when he suffered. Now, this is the one where he suffered the dislocated joint in his throwing shoulder this time. Now, 2020, he suffered another ACL tear. So 2018 and 2020, was the years he got his ACL torn, and 2019 and 2021 is when he dislocated his shoulder. But the first time was his non-throwing shoulder. The fourth time was his throwing shoulder. And that seems to me it might have been during a tackle and him being landed on and all the weight going to his shoulder on the ground. That's what that's telling me. Once again, I'm going to go back and look at the times he was injured and see how it occurred. But I'm pretty much, I bet my bottom dollar those shoulders, he got landed on that shoulder in a tackle. And it most likely that's like from behind type shit, from the side. You know what I mean? You get head up, you're going to your back. But if you go into your shoulder, it's like you're faced up. You see the pressure coming, and you try to turn to run. But in the process of turning and running, he's grabbing you. He's tackling you from the side and forcing you down to your shoulder. So that's how that usually happens. And it could not be the case, but I'll check it out though, and I'll get back to you guys on that one. But yeah, that fourth year at Indiana, 17 attempts, bruh, negative 24 yards rushing, with a negative 1.4 yards a carry and 2 touchdowns. Negative. You ran the ball 17 times and you got negative 24 yards. What? How? Bruh, you're taking tackles for loss when you're running the ball. So that's to me, you're rolling out the pocket trying to get somewhere and they're getting your ass. That's what that's concerning to me. Now he transfers from Indiana to Washington in 2022. Now this year his rushing, that first year at Washington, was solid. 35 attempts, 92 yards, but the 2.6 yards per carry is not solid. 4 touchdowns is very impressive. So he scored 4 times. So that was the times he was probably in the red zone. Because he does not have if you're averaging 2.6 yards a carry, you didn't have no long ass run because you didn't have that many carries at 35. Following year, same amount of carries, but you dropped from 92 yards rushing to 8 yards to 0.2 yards a carry with 3 touchdowns. I think the injury, the first time after that second year at Indiana, shook him. Because just look at the gap between his second year at Indiana to his third year. He goes from 119 yards rushing to 25. And then from 25, he goes to negative 24. Something rattled him. Kind of like reminds me when Carr broke his leg. He wasn't the same. And like I said, out of Michael Penix Jr.'s mouth, he said he got to the point where he would wait for the people to leave out of his dorm room and he'll just start crying and asking God why, which I can understand because every year he got injured, not just a simple injury like a twisted ankle or maybe a hamstring. You got injured to the point where it knocked the rest of your season out. You got 6 games in and that was it. On average, not even on average, because the first year was only 3 games, but you didn't start that though. You split time with the quarterback your freshman year, got hurt with an ACL. In 3 games, you got hurt. Then in year 2, in 6 games, you got hurt. Year 3, 6 games, you got hurt. And year 4, 5 games, you got hurt. But you go to Washington, I think Washington had a more superior offensive line than Indiana did. We know that Washington got some dogs on their offensive line to give you protection. So if you were to go Michael Penix, you better make sure that line is reinforced and can keep him upright and clean, bruh. That's the main thing right there. Allow him to be able to sit in the pocket and make those throws. And I believe he can do it. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, those injuries happened at Indiana, and after he left Indiana, he was solid. Now, that first year at Washington, 92 yards rushing, I rock with it. 4 touchdowns, but then he dropped off from 92 to 8. And they did win the national championship this past year, so I can't knock that. Well, no, they didn't win it. They played in it, but could have could have the outcome been different with what against Michigan if he did choose to use his legs? Like I said, I know he has legs. I don't think he did the 40 yards dash at the combine. Because I remember they was interviewing him and he said he hasn't decided or not. And this was at the time when they had the combine. He did not decide yet if he wanted to do the combine or not, or if he just wanted to run the 40 at his pro day. So I don't got any numbers, but I hear a little rumblings that he did a 4.55 40. I'll take that. 4.55. You're mobile. Now, you might not be a sprinter, you know what I mean? But you mobile enough to extend plays and get first downs. But are you shook from the previous injuries that resulted at Indiana? That's my question. Did that rattle you? Are you still rattled? You know what I mean? To the point where you're not comfortable running no more because of the injuries and the possibility of getting hurt again. That's what my concern is, because that means there's something in your head that's still going on when we're trying to play a game. And you're coming to the NFL, bruh. It ain't college. It ain't college. Every team you face, every defense you faced in college, you probably had no more than 2 prospects coming out in the draft this year. Or the year before, whatever year it was you played against that defense, at the most, probably 2 top prospects on that defense going to being scheduled to come to the NFL. So that means your talent is limited in college. Everybody on that, you know what I mean? Everybody on that defense that you're facing is not going pro. But you come to the NFL, everybody on that defense is pro. They're the best of the best from every college around the country. Hands down. You know what I mean? It's hands down, bro. It's a different beast. That's why if we got concerned about Aiden O'Connell not being that mobile and being able to elude potential sacks, we know that Michael Penix is faster than AOC. But the difference is I think AOC doesn't run because he can't run. I'm not going to try to do some shit that I know I can't do. You feel me? That's just, it is what it is. Ain't no knock on AOC. Sit him in the pocket and see what he do. But the same pocket, the same offensive line you got to build to protect the Michael Penix, same offensive line you're going to have to build to go ahead and protect AOC. So ain't no way around it. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. You feel me? So I look forward to seeing what the moves are for the offensive line. There's some things out there that's floating that it could work. Shout out to Phil Robinson, because one thing that he made a point of, and it was very, very, very interesting watching Unfiltered Truth. He said some shit that I'm like, oh, bruh, that's a good point. He was talking about the offensive line and the right side of the line. We know we got Dalton Wagner. The knock on Dalton Wagner from Arkansas was his injury history. They said otherwise, if Dalton Wagner would have stayed healthy in college, he would have been a first-round pick. That's the kind of guy we got. We sat him for a year. Get him trained up and in good health, and let him compete. DJ Fluker. Now, here's a thing right here that's kind of interesting that Phil Robinson said. He said, Thayer Munford, you move him over to the right tackle. Okay, I rock with that. So what do you do at guard? Shit, maybe you put DJ Fluker at guard. I know he's in the best shape of his life. I've seen pictures of him way chiseled up compared to his previous way he looked. You know what I mean? So he's been putting in that work. But maybe he might, and I think he's athletic enough, foot-wise, to be in a zone blocking scheme along with Andre James. Dion May, salute to you, man. Thank you for subscribing, man. I appreciate it. Shout out to you, man, for real, for real. You feel me? I'm glad y'all here, man. Y'all enjoy the content. I bring it to y'all raw and uncut every weekday. You feel me? Weekends too. You know what I mean? But hey, salute to you, Dion Mays. But Fluker could work at right guard. You know what I mean? That's a possibility. But we'll see though. We'll see how the competitions are laid out and who's going who's the main guys involved that winning the right tackle and the right guard spot. That's all we want to know. And then we want to keep our eye on that shit. We want to keep our eye on that and see exactly who it looks like that could win that spot. So that's one thing. Okay, now Michael Penix, let's go ahead and we're gonna check out Michael Penix's I can pull this down. We're gonna check out Michael Penix pro day. Every pass he made was not perfect, but neither was any other quarterbacks there. I always trip off the fact that some people, you know what I mean? You know I like Bo Nix. I put Bo Nix and Michael Penix out there together. You know what I mean? But it's funny how they highlight Michael Penix's stats. But when we talk about Bo Nix stats, is Oregon ran the kind of or offense that allowed him to do what 5,000 fucking yards and over 50 touchdowns with single digit fucking interceptions and 50 fucking Come on, bruh. I understand you don't like Bo. I don't even know what the hate is on Bo Nix is, but we'll cover Bo Nix at another time. This is about Michael Penix. So Michael Penix, let's go ahead and dive into his combine. Let me know if y'all can hear this. Well, ain't really nothing to hear. We just gonna watch him. Watch his throwing motion. See, he do have that trippy kind of release too. But like I said, if you practice something, you can perfect anything that ain't supposed to be right. Who remember Bill Cartwright and the way he used to shoot baskets in the NBA? He'll swing the ball around But hey, Penix do got nice. Hey, pause on this one before I say this shit. He do got nice balls. You know what I mean? He do got nice balls, bro. I give that to him. But I want him to be able to be free in the mind to, like, if nothing's there, use your legs, bro. Use your legs. And you ain't got to try to, run over nobody. Just use your legs and slide. They can't touch you when you slide. But we know you got some athleticism about you, bro. Look, bomb. Look at this left-hand bomb. The motherfucking receiver let up. He should have kept running through that pass. He looked like remember the movie The Goonies? Michael, what's the dude that Chunk? Michael Penix looked like a black chunk in the face. But I ain't gonna, he got that arm though. Look. So, I mean, he can work out, but you got to give him what he needs to be successful. You can't just totally rely on his arm. You got to keep him upright and clean. Leave no doubt that he's not going to, you know what I mean? He has to have the confidence to know that my line got me. And we know Washington got a solid line because, shit, they got motherfuckers that's scheduled to come out in the first round. That was that, man. That was Michael Penix combine workout. Let me move this shit down. So, yeah, man, that's Michael Penix for you right there, bro. He is what he is. He is what he is, man. For real, for real. Hey, yeah, for real. Hey, that's some real shit though, Charles. That's the you know, like they say, iron sharpens iron. Put Max Crosby and Wilkins on him, and let's see. Let's get him what that can. Let me give you a story, y'all. This is a true story. True story, and this can work for the same way with Michael Penix. Back in the day when I was younger, me and my younger brother, right? My dad put up a basketball hoop, and of course, when my brother was younger, I was bigger than him until he got older and he got bigger than me. You feel me? But what I used to do, we used to play basketball in the backyard, and I was relentless. I didn't give a fuck how old he was, how small he was. I'm swatting your shit. You know what I was that kind of big brother. Like I'm gonna swat your shit. But what that did in essence, me Used to always, and it wasn't like I was up on him. I'll be by the rim and he get ready to shoot, and I'll come and jump and swat his shit. It made him adjust his shot to where he had one of the fastest, and my brother was left-handed too. You know what I mean? He had one of the fastest fucking releases because that was the only way he can elude me from blocking his shit. He learned how to shoot that motherfucker quick where I couldn't block it no more. Because he'll see me coming, boom, the ball was gone. That can be Michael Penix with Max Crosby and motherfucking Christian Wilkins. If they go in practice, and that's one thing that AP said. AP said in practice, oh, no, we're not taking it easy. Y'all go hard in the paint. You help Michael Penix be able to go through his reads and get rid of that ball that fast. And that's going to counter any motherfucking defense out there we face. They might say, oh, we're going to blitz them. We're going to make them uncomfortable. That ball is going to be gone by the time your man even gets in a radius of even putting a fucking fingernail on them. That's the beauty of being able to work with your own people to help you. Both of you guys sharpen your skills up. And that's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. These guys can make Penix, if we do go after Penix, and he is a pick, they can make him that much greater. Because where teams will be like, shit, ain't no sense in fucking blitzing them. This motherfucker throwing the ball in 1.8 seconds. As soon as the ball hike, that motherfucker's gone. That's what they got to get this guy to, if that's the guy we get. You feel me? He said some players can't flip the play. Hey, real shit, though. So here's the question. Perhaps more so than injuries, is lefty an issue? Okay, from what I hear about lefties, the only issue with lefty is now your right side of your offensive line becomes your blind side. So no longer will it be Colton Miller with a lefty. It will be whoever's playing right tackle will be the main right tackle or the main tackle of the offensive line to protect the quarterback's blind side. Now, from what GMs and other people within the inside the NFL say the complications occur is when you have both a left-handed and right-handed quarterback. Now, say for instance we draft Michael Penix, left-handed quarterback. Everybody's used to him. All the line blocks a certain way. The ball spins a certain way for the receivers. Everybody gets used to that until an injury happens, and now your backup quarterback is right-handed, and all that in an instant reverses. Now you got to program your mind. Everything is backwards now. And they say that's when the problem happens. There's no other problems about him being in the game playing as a left-hander. But what the problem is if something happens to him, or better yet, if he's not the starter and a right-handed one is, and the right-handed goes down and he has to come in and replace him, now the issues, there go the issues right there. Because now everybody got to adjust from a right-handed quarterback to a left-handed quarterback, and vice versa if the opposite was to occur. That's where a lot of GMs and them, that's where a lot of people say that's where your problems come in. So it has nothing to do with, you know what I mean, playing behind the line and the receivers and whatnot as a left-hander or right-hander. But if you change from one to the other instantly because of injury or whatnot, then you really gotta pay attention to that shit. You know what I mean? Because you gotta flip everything in your head like a switch. And it's kind of like muscle memory. But your muscle memory, if depending on who the starter is, that's where your muscle memory is stuck on, a right hand or left-handed quarterback. If that changes instantly, now you during the game have to adapt and adjust. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's a good question though. Damn good question. Shout out to everybody watching, man. I appreciate y'all, man. For real, for real. We are deep as a motherfucker in this motherfucker. And for the people that's here, that's new.
You're watching Raiders Sunrise Live with Lunatic Raider. If this is your first time here, please subscribe to the channel and hit that motherfucking like button, you damn son of a.
You heard the man. You heard the man. If this is your first time here, you heard what to do. I ain't got to repeat that shit. You feel me? Shout out to everybody out there, man. Appreciate y'all, man. For real, for real. So yeah, that's Michael Penix in a nutshell. His stats, like I said, his what is causing him to not want to use his legs? Because see, remember, Getsy says when they asked Getsy what type of quarterback you wanted, he said, I want a quarterback that can do it all. Be able to throw from the pocket and use his legs to extend plays. Penix can do it, but I've seen highlight reels of him doing it at Indiana. Why not Washington? Like I said, the first year with Washington, he had 90 plus yards rushing. Hey, that shows me you're using your. I don't expect big yards out of a quarterback like Penix. Now, I expect big yards. See, when we look at somebody like, say, Jayden Daniels, that's a different type of beast at the quarterback position. He's the one that when he tucks it and run, he could take it to the house. That's thus why he had 1,100 yards rushing this year with LSU. You know what I mean? Another guy, like I said, I fuck with Jordan Travis. We gonna cover him too before the draft get here. Believe that shit. We gonna talk about him too. I'm picking players. We're gonna talk about them. I might do once. I could do more than once a week. There's so many fucking players out there. So maybe you know what? I might do Bo Nix tomorrow, just because we're at 13, and that's probably the area where you'll get a Bo Nix if Denver don't take him or a Michael Penix. You know what I mean? Might as well look at both of them and break them both down. So, yeah. Michael Penix, I got a different opinion about him, but that's because doing more research, it looks like it ain't that he can't run. He chooses not to. And I wanted to figure out, why do you choose not to? Or do you, I mean, I thought it was like either you want to show the world that you can be a pocket passer, or the injuries that you occurred probably happened when you were trying to run and got caught. And that's where the ACL and the shoulder dislocations happen. Now you like, I'm fuck trying to run. I'm staying in the pocket. I'm you know what I mean? I'm just trying to come up with assumptions and guesstimations as far as why. Because 119 yards your second year at Indiana, you was running the ball. Like, it looked like you were running the ball when you had to. That wasn't not like you one of those purpose type quarterbacks that just tucks and run just because you can. You was using your legs to extend plays and to move the chains. 119 yards your second year at Indiana, something happened to keep you from doing that shit from here on out. Because you were putting up horrible numbers after that, bruh. Something, you got a mental block. You got something going on that is keeping you from wanting to run. Now, maybe, I don't know if it's the injuries. Maybe somebody said something to you. Maybe said a scout, like when you were in college, a pro scout told you, bruh, you got to start learning how to run the ball sometimes if there ain't nothing there. And he like, and Michael Penix like, shit, the last time I tried to run, shit, I tore 2 ACLs and 2 dislocated shoulders. That would deter a lot of motherfuckers from doing that shit. Like, bruh, every time I try to run, I get fucking hurt. I'm staying my ass right here in this motherfucking pocket where it's safe. You can't touch me from the knee down or the neck up. And when you tackle me, you can't put your motherfucking weight on me. You just gotta lay me down on the grass, tuck me in and kiss me on the forehead. You feel me? That's basically what it's gonna come down to. You gotta lay him down, put the blanket over him, and kiss. All right, good night. You sleep tight. You feel me? People used to defend Carr because he never got hurt. Oh, he broke ribs at with New Orleans? See, like, I'm not like Wi-Fi Willie. I don't, you know what I mean? Carr go off and do his career at Saint. I'm not fucking paying attention to the Saints. There's too much shit to pay attention to with the motherfucking. Hey, y'all see the beef jumping off between Raider D and Wi-Fi Willie? Because Raider D got Wi-Fi saying he hope the Saints get fucking Renfro. Boy, I tell you, I tell you, boy, these motherfuckers will tell on themselves. I tell you, hey, motherfucker, you sit back and if you sit back and watch a motherfucker, they tell on themselves with their body language. But this case, hey, Wi-Fi said that shit, bro. I heard the recording. He said that shit. I'm like, this motherfucker sound like a straight Saints fan. How the fuck you riding with the motherfucking writers like you say you do? Lobie one, what's the deal? He said Raider D is cool. Pause. That's Raider. Hey, you be telling these girls, hey, you want this Raider D, bitch? Hey, Raider D, you might not be vulgar like me, but let me say the shit that you think if you don't want to say it. Hey, whenever you want to pop up, bruh. Let me remember on Chappelle's show, like the shit Obama wanted to say, but he couldn't. So the motherfucking translator, let me be your translator. Let me say all the fucked up shit that you don't want to say, and I'll take the ridicule for it. So just tell me in my ear, like, okay, Lunatic, I want you to say Wi-Fi is. You son of a bitch, you four-eyed fucker, you motherfucking South Park reject. No, let me quit. You know what I mean? Let me be your interpreter. I'm good at that shit, bruh. You know what I mean? So they won't look at you bad like, oh, that's just horrible language Raider D is using. Say, Lunatic, this is what I want you to say. Right? If you want to write a script out, bro, I'll say that shit on everything. Now let me everybody knows that shit. Ozzy, what's the deal, man? Salute to you. All Raiders, no cut. Hey, come on, let's go. I don't give a fuck. Hey, fuck the lames. These motherfuckers that's counterfeit. If you in the nation and you counterfeit, I hope the feds catch you. Why you want the feds to catch him? Because he's counterfeit. You get it? Counterfeit feds. The feds is the one that come fuck with you. You got counterfeit money. The state ain't tripping. It's the motherfucking feds. You counterfeit motherfucker. I hope they come take your ass away because you counterfeit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Snoops Hernandez in the building. They say, boy, that boy Lunatic got some lungs on him. I got stamina like a motherfucker. Hey, believe that shit. They know. When I say that, you know who I'm talking about. They know I got stamina. They be like, you didn't take no Blue Chew? I don't need that shit. You show me two dogs fucking, it's on. Oh, let me quit being vulgar. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get hit. They can be like, oh, I can't watch. I'm gonna unsubscribe. Hey, shout out to the 85. You know this shit is humor. But yeah, man, that's it in a nutshell for Michael Penix. To be honest with you, going in depth and checking out Mike, checking out Mike G in his spandex booty shorts. At the lot, at the truck stop. Nah, let me quit. You know what? I would not be mad if we did take Michael Penix. If that's what it came down to. I'm not saying reach for him, but for value, if that's the best available player that we need at the time that we're picking, if we don't trade back, move up, and we stay at 13, I wouldn't be mad at that choice. I wouldn't be mad at Terrion Arnold. We're going to talk about him too. We got how many days until we got the draft, y'all? Is we are exactly a month away? Hold on. Today's the 21st. What date is the NFL draft? Okay, April 25th. So April 25th is we're almost there. We're almost there. So we'll be knocking out these players as we get there. That's why I want to do the little segment on picking a player and just going in depth on them. And I hope you guys like the little presentation that I gave. To those who are here late that did not see the presentation, I will show it again. Mike G, please hit play, please. No, not with your penis. Use your finger. Use your thumb or your finger. Play the video. The Michael Penix. No, it's Penix, not penis. Michael Penix. Penix, not NIS. Junior. Yeah, Mike. Mike G crazy. Hey, Mike G is my producer. He's the new producer of the show. So without further delay, let's go ahead and cover once again Michael Penix college career, including everything you need to know. Let's go, baby.
As a true freshman in 2018 at Indiana, Penix played in 3 games, suffered a torn anterior cruciate ligament, ACL, and was redshirted. He completed 21 of 34 passes for 219 yards and a touchdown. Named the starter entering the 2019 season, Penix, however, only played in 6 games due to injury, completing 110 of 160 passes for 1,394 yards, with 10 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Penix returned to Indiana as the starter in 2020. On November 30th, he was ruled out for the season after suffering a torn ACL in a win against Maryland. As a junior on December 14th, 2021, Penix transferred to the University of Washington and led the Huskies to an 11-2 record in 2022. Penix was the FBS leader in passing yards per game in the 2022 regular season, averaging 357 yards per game. He threw 4,641 passing yards, becoming the Washington Huskies' all-time single-season passing leader during the Alamo Bowl. He won the Maxwell Award and was named AP Comeback Player of the Year. His senior year, Penix led the 2023 Huskies to an undefeated 13-0 regular season and the 2024 College Football Playoff National Championship game, which they lost. Penix finished second in the Heisman Trophy voting, the highest ever for a Husky, and led the NCAA in passing yards with 4,903, beating his previously set University of Washington single-season passing yards record. Penix was named MVP of the Pac-12 championship game, leading UW to a win over rival number 5 Oregon, and threw for 27 for 39 for 319 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception.
That is Michael Penix background, college background, man. Shout out to Kevin in the building, man. Salute to you. You know what? I see us moving up if Jayden Daniels there right now. Things are falling in place where that can you believe that shit? That could actually happen. I just got an update that Arizona is up for business. They're open for business for that number 4 pick. I just got done reading that shit. Arizona is listening to offers for the number 4 overall pick. If the draft goes Chicago, Caleb Williams, Washington, Drake May, New England, J.J. McCarthy, then you know what that sets up. Sets up for us to move up with Arizona at 4 to get Jayden Daniels. And right now the rumors are floating. They think possibly that could happen. That could happen. And I told y'all, I thought New England would be a J.J. McCarthy type. I thought New England would be either J.J. McCarthy or Michael Penix Jr. That just fits their mold. That fits their criteria for a quarterback. I think Washington, I look at Washington, Drake May, and I know some people say, well, you don't hear nothing about him. That's what you want to happen. You want to deaden, you want it to be silent on the quarterback that you're targeting. You don't want it to be amped up in excitement and teams be like, oh, yeah, let's go get Jayden Daniels. You want them to be out of sight, out of mind. Notice you have not heard anything. Once again, shout out to Phil Robinson because he made it clear that you haven't heard anything about Drake May. But at the same time, just because you ain't heard nothing don't mean the Wolves ain't planning to come get your ass. You know what I mean? It don't mean the Wolves ain't planning to come get the hen. You know what I mean? You don't hear them howling. You don't hear them hooting and hollering. The only thing you're going to do is wake up in the morning and see feathers and blood because the motherfuckers in came. I want you to forget about it. You know what I mean? I want the other quarterbacks to get more exposure. So now you're starting to change your mind. Like, well, maybe we need to take J.J. McCarthy instead of Drake May. We want that doubt in your head. But the way shit is lining up, bruh, If at any time the NFL is rigged, it will be rigged, not to the point of them fixing games on the field, but making teams draft certain players so certain teams could get their fan base excited so they can sell tickets and make more money. The bad teams, you know what I mean? Like, for instance, we know Chicago ain't that great. We know Washington ain't that great. New England, oh, they done had they run. Whatever they do, they do. But your main priority, who's the number one team right now? Chicago Bears. How can we make Chicago great again? Caleb Williams. That's why they went out and grabbed these running backs and wide receivers for whoever they plug in at quarterback for Chicago. They're going to try to hit the ground running. Now you got the Washington Commanders. Everybody's excited about them because why? It's a whole new ownership group, whole new front office, whole new everything. You got Magic Johnson involved in the NFL, a big name that people know. You know what I mean? How do you get them excited? You got to get them excited by winning some games. Now, a flashy name could be cool at quarterback, but so can a quarterback that ain't flashy, but that can give you some wins. I think Drake May can do that. I wouldn't mind having Drake May either. To be honest with you, I would love to have Drake May. But that's not my number one choice, though. But see, this draft is so deep at quarterback, you do have options. You have options. Do you make the correct decision and make the right option your selection? That's up to you. That's up to your GM. That's up to your war room. That's up to them. Only they can make the right choice. Gravy, what's the deal, man? Salute to you. Got everybody up in here, man, for real. So yeah, that's my thing. With the draft, it can go a way that we didn't expect coming. I got a good gut feeling, bruh. One of them top 3 teams is gonna throw a curveball. I think Drake May at 2 could be a curveball, but even more than that, New England taking JJ McCarthy at the 3rd pick. That will really fuck my head up. Like I kind of guess, like I'm assuming that could happen. If it happens, I'm like, I told y'all. I was telling y'all this shit last week. I was like, I don't think that this draft necessarily is going to unfold like what a lot of people's assuming. I don't think it's going to go Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, and then Drake May. I said somebody's going to do something that you didn't expect coming. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if New England took Michael Penix. He's the black Tom Brady. I'm not saying he's gonna be the next Tom Brady, but I'm saying as far as sitting in the pocket and tearing your ass up, bruh, that's Tom Brady with a overtan. An overtan. That motherfucker. That's Tom Brady after he fell into the La Brea tar pits. You feel me? Oh my goodness, man. I can't wait for the draft. I need the draft to get here so I can see how this shit unfolds, bruh. Now, if Jaden Daniels comes off in the top 3 and we don't, either he does or he don't. If he does come off the board in the top 3, then we know to go on about our business. But if he's there after 3 picks and Arizona is saying right now that pick is up for whoever can give us the best deal, shit. You better craft the deal up. The price is right. You know what I mean? Vegas, the Vegas edition. We're getting close to it, though. 30 days. 30 days and 30 nights. We're going to make this shit rain. You better build your ark and get all these ugly bitches 2x2 on there and then sink the ship. That's a good one. Hey, God, I was just joking, bro. Don't strike me, please. I was just joking. Grab all the ugly bitches 2x2 and then sink the boat. Sink the ark. Let's keep all the bad bitches. The ones that can't cook. We be some starving. Hey, we'll have some badass bitches, but we be starving like a motherfucker. These bitches gonna be picking leaves and shit. Talk about this is salad. Bitch, toss mine. Yes, indeed. Shout out to everybody out there, man. We got third in Let Go. Let Go. I think New England goes with Harrison Jr. You think they go wide receiver? That could be. You know what? Now you're making fun. You make sense, bruh. You know what? I didn't even think about that. And this is what I'm thinking. Let me see. But Vikings, they're armed and yep. They are armed. And I don't know who their target is. Some say Jaden Daniels. Some say JJ McCarthy. I don't know. I don't know exactly who they targeting, but bruh, I can't guess it. But this is what you said, what I'm gonna elaborate on. If that now this shit starts to kind of make sense. See, like I said, before we know any information, these teams know what each other's team is doing. That's why how else does a team know to jump a certain team to get the same player that they covet? Because they know something. They got inside information. Somebody done leak something and they know what they're about to do. So with you saying that New England will go Marvin Harrison Jr., that makes me say, no wonder Arizona says the number 4 pick is up for grabs. The guy they want is going to be gone. And they know this. Bruh, even if that happens, if New England takes a wide receiver, Jaden Daniels is still there at 4. Arizona says their pick is Carlos. And let's discuss it. No wonder they want to trade down, because you would think Arizona would be like, shit, Kyler Murray's back. He's healthy. If we throw Marvin Harrison Jr. in the mix to give him another target, brother, what's that? Brother, what's the, you know what I mean? But that makes sense. No wonder Arizona is throwing that out there now that they are willing to negotiate the 4th pick, because Marvin Harrison Jr. ain't gonna be there at 4, and they know if New England take him, then they know this already. Ain't no sense in us sitting here. We don't want a quarterback. What the fuck we sitting at 4 for? Let's move the pick. Get more draft picks. Move down. We can still get a receiver. We can get a Doomsday, or we can go ahead and get Neighbors, depending on how far we trade down. But if Harrison Jr. ain't there, fuck it. Get rid of that pick. Bruh, hey, salute to you, man. Hey, 3rd and Let Go. Salute to you, brother. Yeah, you said some prolific ass shit to make me sit here and think like, no wonder. Hey, good one, bro. Let me highlight your shit, bro. Hey, for real. No wonder. Shout out to the 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Shout out to y'all, man. Hey, for once again, if you have not done so, if this is your first time here, please.
You're watching Raiders Sunrise Live with Lunatic Raider. If this is your first time here, please subscribe to the channel and hit that motherfucking like button, you damn son of a.
You heard the man. Subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Your fingers ain't gonna smell like coochie. But yeah, bro, that good information right there, bro. I didn't even now I see that shit. You can call him Hollywood Bayless. Someone might double up on Jaden. Nah, I don't know. I think we the only team that'll give up a shitload to get Jaden Daniels. Just because of the connection. You know what I mean? Just because of that. Just that alone. AP and Marvin Lewis and them's connection with Jaden Daniels is too much, because nobody else has that connection that's drafting. Nobody else has that connection with Jaden Daniels. It ain't the former LSU head coach, now is the head coach of one of these other teams in the NFL. It ain't his offensive coordinator, now the new coordinator in the NFL. You know, there's no connection elsewhere. And I think a lot of these teams are thinking safe. They want to make the safe selection. They don't want to reach and think they're reaching out for Jaden Daniels, and he don't, because those type of quarterbacks, and I know how the mentality works. The kind of quarterbacks they're talking about is a mobile, dual threat type quarterback. What's the history on it? What's the history on the dual threat quarterbacks? How many rings they got? You can't really call Mahomes a dual threat. I mean, he uses his legs to extend plays, but it ain't like he's running a 4-3. He ain't Michael Vick. You know what I mean? He ain't RG3. He's not Lamar Jackson. He's not, you know what I mean? And the list goes on. And I think a lot of these teams got that old school philosophy. They want a pocket passer. They want somebody to sit in that pocket and shred the shit out your defense. But it starts with the offensive line. So my thing is, a team, the only teams that I think will move up to get Jaden Daniels is teams that got a strong offensive line that need a quarterback. If you put those two things together, if y'all can think of teams that need a quarterback but has a damn good offensive line right now, we can narrow it down to what teams would actually want to move up for a player like him. But there's so many different options in the draft at the quarterback position. It's like you're not limited to. You understand? You're not limited to drafting a certain quarterback. You're open to all. What can help you win? And a lot of these quarterbacks coming out in this draft, this is a deep draft at quarterback. Let's all admit it. I mean, whether you like a Joe Mixon, whether you like a Jordan Travis, a Rattler, a JJ McCarthy, a Jaden Daniels, a Drake May. Look at all the names I'm naming off. Caleb Williams. Come on, bruh. Hella names I'm naming off. In one draft. One draft, all those names are in it. Wasn't like when Jamarcus Russell came out and it was just him and fucking what was dude name from Notre Dame? Fucking on the tip of my tongue too, dog. Brady Quinn. Brady Quinn and Jamarcus Russell were the only two big name quarterbacks. Because if you go look at the history, there was other quarterbacks that were taken. None of them did shit either. none of them even had the ability to do shit. You know what I mean? But this draft here, like, the hype is real. The hype is real for real, for real. Defense nowadays are too fast for pocket. But hey, Snoops, that's true. But if you do have a pocket passer, and just because he's a pocket passer does not mean he is not mobile. You like, go watch Caleb Williams' interview. He said he don't like to run, but we all seen him. He can run. He can run. He said he'd rather sit in that pocket and do his thing. And that I can respect, because we know that it's not because you can't run is why you sit in the pocket. It's because you don't want to. And that's why I was looking at Michael Penix like, we know you're able to run, you just don't do it. And I was trying to figure out why you don't run. And I think maybe the injuries is the thing that kind of like what had Carr shook when he broke his leg. When Carr broke his leg, when's the last time you seen Carr run? I'll wait. When's the last time you seen Carr run like he did before he broke his leg? Remember when he ran against Dallas and tried to dive and reached out the ball, and his little itty bitty ass infant hands dropped the ball and it went out the back of the end zone? That fucking what's the old saying? That really chapped my hide. That chapped my hide when he did that shit. He ran back, but at least he ran. He won't do that shit no more. He's staying his ass in that motherfucking pocket. Like they giving away free blowjobs. I'm not going nowhere. No, we know number one ain't for sale. We already know. And you know what? Watching these interviews with Caleb, he don't look too enthused about going to the Bears. Go watch his post pro day interviews. They're on YouTube. Watch his demeanor and watch how he responds to certain questions about the Bears. He do not want to go there, bruh. You can see it in his motherfucking face. He do not want to go to Chicago. This is gonna be interesting because he seems like the kind of cocky motherfucker that, well, if I can't get my way, fuck it. I'm going back to college and get another NIL deal. I can make $5 million a year playing college football. I'll be the oldest motherfucker in college football history. This motherfucker be a 30-year-old, 5-year senior. You know what I mean? He'll be a motherfucking 30-year-old, 5-year senior playing college ball at USC, making 5, 10, 15 mil a year, selling Nair and shaving creams and motherfucking chews, blue chews and shit like that, bruh. This motherfucker sell anything that ain't bolted to the floor. He'll even sell your bitch. Nah, let me quit. Joel E, what's the deal, man? Salute to you. Man. Yeah, hey, see, Joel E, you seen that shit, huh? That's why I said go watch the interviews with Caleb Williams post pro day workout and watch the questions they asked him, and then listen to his answer and look at his face, and they all match up. Like, bruh does not want to go to Chicago, bruh. Nobody want to fuck with that place. That's a fucking cesspool of nothingness. Nothingness. I mean, we talk about a place that you traded a quarterback for a 6th-round pick. Go figure. Go figure. Now they said, now what came out now, but you know, this might be damage control. They said, well, Justin Fields, he blocked 4 other teams from the Chicago Bears trading him there. Really? You want to go to Pittsburgh where you're not going to be the starter? Let's keep it a buck. Fields, you will not be the starter in Pittsburgh. Not with Russell Wilson there. And you talking about, and right now they're already talking about giving Russell Wilson an extension to stay there as the starter. You're not going to play, bruh. And there was probably teams, if you did block them, that wanted you as the starter or at least battle for it. You're not starting in Chicago. Get your Parker jacket ready for December when it's minus 10 degrees because you're going to need that shit, bruh. While you watch Russ get out there and shake a leg all on the football field. Hey, but that's what you want to go. If you block 4 teams, if that's true, and you want to go to Pittsburgh, hey, freeze your ass off. Handle that shit, bruh. Get you a bucket of hot water and sit your ass in on the sideline before it freezes up. Told y'all, some of y'all players out there, y'all fucking retarded. Yeah, I said retarded because that exists. Fucking retarded. Fucking retarded, bruh. Rather go to a better opportunity. You just want to go. What the fuck? What you got a bitch in Chicago that you can just lay up with or something? Is that why you want to go there? You don't want a starting job? I want to go the Garoppolo route. Lay up against a stranger, nigga. And then next thing you know, you getting papers in the mail talk about you are the father, motherfucker. You gonna get got. Fields is gonna be used like Trey Lance. How that work out? How did that trade that the Niners made with the Cowboys? How that work out for Trey Lance? What string is he? What string quarterback is Trey Lance? You gave up a draft pick for Lance, and he's what, a 3rd stringer? Golf clap. Boy, I tell you, some of these teams out to lunch without a sandwich. For real. Shout out to the 88 watching, man. Please subscribe and smash that like, man. I appreciate it, man. I'm about to jump off here. But we got stuff to talk about tomorrow. Oh, wait a minute. Tomorrow is What the Fuck Friday. So we're gonna we're not gonna do any players tomorrow, but we're gonna discuss some bullshit shit going out there. Like, what the fuck is you talking about? What the fuck Friday? So y'all pull up tomorrow, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern. It's What the Fuck Friday, where we discuss some crazy shit people be saying, who the Raiders should pick, what we need to do with it, trade for nigga, talk about trading back and getting nigga Whoopi Goldberg and shit. She can scare the fuck out of defenses. Oh, talk about got that bitch on the motherfucking offensive line. Whoopi, smile. Ah, the motherfucking retreat. Oh, Game of Thrones face looking bitch. Now let me quit. I ain't gonna say that shit to her. Oprah Winfrey, you big old billionaire, you. Hey, Oprah. Hey, I want to know what that mouth do. No, I want to know what a $1 billion tongue feel like. I heard it was smooth as silk. You feel me? I heard a $1 billion tongue is slicker than a shit. They'll sell you bullshit and tell you that it's a dream. You know what I mean? Shit, Whoopi needs to start at center. You know what I mean? She probably hiked a lot of shit between her legs in her life. But anyway, hey, shout out to America's most dangerous motherfucking chat. You know what it is. One more time for the ones that came late, that came to the show late. Here it is for you.
You're watching Raiders Sunrise Live with Lunatic Raider. If this is your first time here, please subscribe to the channel and hit that motherfucking like button, you damn son of a.
You heard that shit. You heard that man. You heard the man. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, man. Like I said, we rock and roll Monday through Friday right here on Raiders Allegiance, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern. Same Raider time, same Raider channel. No cut with no chase. We in here 100% mota. You feel me? And it burns to the green end. You feel me? Let's go. Salute to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. We got 9 deuce in the motherfucking house. Salute. Oh, it dropped down to 89. They think I'm getting off. I am getting off, though. But you guys enjoy your Thursday. Please make it back home to your loved ones. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Yes, indeed. 7 a.m. You already know how we're going to rock and roll with it. So with that being said, I'm Lunatic Raider. This is Raiders Allegiance. You have been watching Raiders Sunrise Live, man. I thank each and every one of y'all. Look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. I'm out this bitch.